If you're a Skyrim fan, chances are you're very interested in the top 10 Daedras the game has to offer. In Skyrim, there are several Daedric artifacts available, the bulk of which are weapons. Other than that, swords, staves, maces, and any other form of weapon a player might imagine are all other types of Daedric weaponry. Since the Daedric princes of Tamriel designed them, it won't be wrong to say that the Daedric weapons are among the most powerful in the game. Despite the fact that there aren't many Daedric weapons available in Skyrim, there is plenty for the Dragonborn to have a solid variety regardless of their weapon of choice. Let's take a look at the 10 most powerful Daedric weapons in Skyrim, from staves to daggers. At number 10, we have the Ebony Mail. Although the Ebony Mail is technically nothing more than a piece of armor, it inflicts 5 damage per second when worn while the player is near to an adversary. This can make things very interesting. In fact, the Ebony Mail causes significant enough damage as a result of this special effect to deserve a position on this list. It really is a hefty piece of armor. As far as obtaining this armor is concerned, that can be achieved by completing Bothea's Daedric quest, which is called the Bothea's Calling. That's not all the Ebony Mail can do. It also muffles the voice of the wearer, which can have some pretty amazing upsides. Needless to say, this feature of the Ebony Mail makes it ideal for a silent yet lethal construction. Despite the fact that this relic is not a standard weapon, it has its well-deserved place in killing adversaries in a unique and powerful manner. At number 9, we have the Lunar Daedric Sword. Keep watching because it's likely that you may not know quite a few things about this one. In Skyrim, the Lunar Enchantment is a strong effect that may be applied to melee weapons. If the player uses a weapon enchanted with the Lunar Enchantment at night, that player will deal fire damage to their opponent. Now, it is possible to wield a Lunar Daedric Sword since every Daedric melee weapon may be charmed with the Lunar effect. The Lunar Daedric Sword isn't the most powerful Daedric weapon in Skyrim, not even close. However, it does deserve to be on this list since any player who enjoys adventuring at night will find a powerful Daedric sword with the Lunar Enchantment pretty useful. The number 8 spot is taken by the Mehrunes Razor, which has one of the most interesting special effects in Skyrim. Mehrunes Razor is a Daedric artifact owned by Mehrunes Dagon, and it may be obtained by completing his Daedric quest, Pieces of the Past, in Skyrim. It's a dagger with a special enchantment that offers the player almost 2% chance of instantly killing their opponent when they come into contact with the sword. Now, although 2% is a fairly small probability, this can make the game particularly fun at times. Interestingly enough, Mehrunes Razor has the advantage of not requiring any soul gems to keep its effect alive. This also means that it has an endless number of hits and will not need to be recharged at all. So if the wielder is lucky, this weapon can be fairly effective. Nonetheless, due to the exceedingly little possibility of the effect occurring, this dagger deserves to be towards the bottom of the list. Mace of Molag Bal takes the number 7 spot in our list, and it would make a collector of rare maces incredibly happy to have this added to their list. The Mace of Molag Bal is a one-handed black mace with an enchantment that deals 25 stamina and magicka damage to its target. If the adversary is slain within 3 seconds of this mace striking them, a soul gem will be filled. The Mace of Molag Bal may be obtained by completing the House of Horrors quest in Markarth. However, what a lot of players do not know is that it will be labeled the Rusty Mace in the player's inventory until Molag Bal restores its full potency. However, any rare mace collector would want to include this in their collection. Dawnbreaker has captured the 6th spot on our list of the top 10 Daedra in Skyrim. Can you guess the top 3 Daedrans on our list? Hold on to that thought, because Dawnbreaker is an incredible Daedra to have. It is essentially a one-handed sword that can be attained by completing the Meridia's Daedric quest called the Break of Dawn. This one-of-a-kind sword will deal 10 additional fire damage to the player's adversaries. It also has the capability to cause an explosion that'll wipe out adjacent undead enemies. Dawnbreaker's hilt is golden in hue and features a shining ball in the center. This sword may be further improved using ebony ingots, which will significantly boost its potential strength if the person who wields it pays enough attention to it. This golden-looking sword is a weapon to be afraid of, especially if you're up against a vampire or zombie foe. At number 5, we have the Ebony Blade. That takes us almost too close to the top 3. Do you still have your guesses ready for the top 3 in our list? Well, the Ebony Blade is obtained by completing Mephila's Daedric quest called the Whispering Blade. The majority of the quest takes place at Dragon's Reach, which is house of the Jarl of Whiterun. Also, the quest may only be started after the player has reached level 20. However, interestingly enough, the Ebony Blade also has a special function that allows its damage to grow with each buddy it kills. This sword may become an immensely formidable weapon if a player is determined to slay their buddies. This blade will come in handy for any adventurer who despises their companions. Wabbajack takes the number 4 spot in our top 10 list and is easily amongst the best Daedras in the game. The Wabbajack is without a doubt a fan-favorite weapon in the Elder Scrolls universe because of the sheer fun that can be had with its randomness. It has a variety of effects on an adversary that are chosen at random. The result might range from reducing the adversary into a lowly animal to turning them into a gleaming pile of treasure. Sheogorath's Daedric artifact is the Wabbajack, which can be gained only by completing his Daedric quest called the Mind of Madness. Because of the fun that can be had with its unique effects, this is one staff that gamers will not want to miss out on. At number 3, we have the Sanguine Rose. Could you have guessed this one? Well, the Sanguine Rose is a staff with a rose located right at the top. Its ability to conjure a Dremora to battle alongside the wielder for 60 seconds is incredibly valuable, particularly for conjuration beginners. The Sanguine Rose may be obtained by completing the Daedric quest called A Night to Remember, which is Lord Sanguine's Daedric quest. This weapon is one of the most powerful staffs in Skyrim, with a potent, unique enchantment that any player, magic user or not, will want to get. Volendrung easily takes the second spot for the best Daedra in Skyrim. The Daedric relic of Malakath, Volendrung is a two-handed warhammer. It may be obtained by completing Malakath's Daedric quest, the Cursed Tribe, which was made by the Dreamer long before the events of Skyrim. The Volendrung drains 50 stamina from its foes, making it one of the most powerful melee weapons in the game. Once players have acquired the behemoth known as Volendrung, they won't have to hunt far for a warhammer. That's right, the Skull of Corruption takes the number 1 spot, making it the best Daedra in the game by far. So, how is this Daedra even obtained? After aligning with the Daedric entity during the mission Walking Nightmare, the Daedric Prince Vermina will hand you over the Skull of Corruption. This mission essentially begins in Dawnstar and asks the player to assist a guy in exploring an old tower. This is while the town's nightmare issue is being attempted to be solved as well. The Skull of Corruption does 20 damage to attackers, but when fueled up by sleeping people's nightmares, it has the ability to deal 50 damage to adversaries. This, without a doubt, is lethal for the enemies. When fully charged, this staff may be insanely powerful, making it more than deserving of the number 1 slot on this list. Well, these were the top 10 Daedras in Skyrim according to us. Is there any data that you would include in this list or order them differently? Do let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and have a great day!